Hey guys, today we're going to be taking a closer look at the Rockwood 2606WS or the Flagstaff 26RBWS. If you own either one of these models or are looking to purchase one, stick around and we'll show you the fundamentals. This year we're going to be introducing our new Millersburg made binder. This thing is so cool. Check this out. We had this made just for you guys. It is hand put together. You have a Rockwood or Flagstaff letter from us. You have your manuals. You have information inside. You have points of contact in case you need to fix something that might have been broken over a really cool camping trip. So anything that you need is going to be inside here. One of my favorite parts about this book is it has information about the FROG membership. So if you don't know what FROG is, it stands for Forest River Owner Groups, and people get together and they have rallies. We put one on ourselves, and it has training and service help and free food and literally everything that you can think of at FROG. It's going to be in this binder for you. So literally any information that you need about your camper is going to be in this bad boy, and it's going to be in your 2024 camper. All right, let's get into it. Right here by the front entrance, just beyond the pantry door, we have your RV's control panel. The panel is where you can control most of the functions of your RV and monitor your tank levels. Here you will be able to tell if your tanks are full, 2/3 full, 1/3 full, or empty based on which capacity your monitored panel is showing. To the right of the tank levels, you will also have a battery monitoring function where you can see if your battery is fully charged, in good standing, fair standing, or a low state of charge. Under the tank and battery levels, you will see a button for your awning light, exterior step light, interior lights, and your bedroom lights. You will also be able to turn individual lights on and off by pressing the center button located in the middle of each light cap. If you download the WeRV app, you will be able to monitor your control panel from your phone. There are two options for your water heater. The first is to run your water heater off of gas, and the second is to run your water heater off of electric. The next button over is your water pump power button, the last control being your tank heater. This is to turn on your thermostatically controlled heat pads that are located on your fresh, gray, and black tanks. Finally, we come to the bottom of the control panel. Here you will find the controls to operate your awning and slides. Around the corner we have the refrigerator. Depending on which option you have in your unit, it may look a little different. For this model, we offer it with a 12-volt 11 cubic foot fridge or an 8 cubic foot gas electric fridge. Under the fridge is the converter where the breakers and main fuses for the RV are located. The converter charges your campground's power to 12 volts so that you can utilize the 12 volt items in your RV. The main 12 volt fuses for the RV are located here in the converter as well. When checking these fuses, keep in mind that this red light next to the fuse will only light up if the fuse is blown and there is something trying to power that electrical line. If you lose power for your outlets, this would be the next place to check for a blown breaker after checking the GFCI. To the left of the fridge, we have a 3-burner cooktop and 22-inch oven with knife block for storing your knives. Above that, we have the range hood vent and the microwave. The shades closest to your range will be locked into place. Pull the plastic inserts to release the shades, then use accordingly. If you open the cabinet under the sink, you will see this panel is sectioning off the water heater where the connections and bypass valves are located. The thermostat is located on the wall that divides the kitchen and the front bedroom. This thermostat has 2 zones for controlling the temperature. Zone 1 is the main kitchen and living room area, and Zone 2 being the bedroom. If your RV has a bedroom AC, then you would use the Zone 2 controls to work that AC unit. The optional bedroom AC from the factory would include an electrical heat strip built into the AC. To utilize the heat strip, be sure that you are on Zone 2 and then select the heat with the source being electric. Here in the living room slide out, we have the dinette booth or a freestanding table and chairs. If you have the dinette booth, the table base will collapse down to make a platform for rearranging the cushions to make it into a bed. Beside that is the theater seat or a hide-a-bed sofa. The theater seating has a lumbar support feature which is controlled by the 2 buttons on the side of the armrest. To recline your theater seat, you will need to pull on the handle on either side. The entertainment center has a fireplace, soundbar, and smart TV for your enjoyment. This TV is mounted to a swivel bracket, and if we pull the TV away from the wall, we can see the connections and wall plates behind it. The wall plate with the 2 connections has a satellite port with a direct line from this connection to the satellite port on the outside rear wall. The bottom port connects this TV to the rooftop antenna and cable service if hooked up. The button on this wall plate is to turn the antenna signal booster on or off. The other wall plate with the single connection is a line from this point to the coax connection plate for the optional bedroom TV. This would be used if you want to send your satellite signal to the bedroom. To do that, you would put a coax cable on this connection over the top of the connection on the other wall plate to act as a jumper cable. On the soundbar, there are controls for volume, input, and speaker zones. Your RV's sound system has 2 speaker zones that can be turned on and off independently. Zone A is all of your inside speakers, and Zone B is the exterior. You have the ability to play both zones at the same time by keeping both A and B zones turned on. The outlets at the entertainment center can be powered through your inverter if you are camping without being hooked up to shore power. Just make sure that your inverter is turned on. Moving to the rear of this trailer, we find ourselves in the bathroom. In the ceiling, we have a vent fan to help keep your bathroom smelling fresh. The crank knob for the fan locks the lid into place. To unlock it, you will need to pull this black handle down first before opening or closing the lid. Once you have the lid where you want it, to lock it into place, push this handle up. The speed and off buttons for the fan are located in the corner next to the lid knob. Here in the shower, we have the shower miser. This is designed to recycle the shower water while the water is heating. There are 3 modes that the miser can be set to. The first mode being off, meaning that no water will flow. Next is bypass mode. In bypass mode, the water will pass through the miser and recycle until the water is warm. The water will be warm when the indicator turns from blue to white. Finally, you can turn the miser into operation mode. This will stop recycling the water through the shower miser and let the water flow from the shower head as normal. But please keep in mind that using this feature is directing the water to your fresh tank. If you are connected to a city water connection and using the shower miser, you'll be filling your fresh tank. We strongly suggest only using the miser when you are dry camping and need to conserve water. Moving along to the bedroom, we have a queen bed where the foot of the bed lifts to gain access to the storage area under it. On each side of the bed, there are outlets that are both powered by your inverter. On the front wall above your nightstand is the remote switch for the inverter. You will see a power button in the middle of that display which turns your inverter on and off. If this switch is not responding, check the inverter itself. Make sure that the on and off switch is in the out position, otherwise the inverter will not respond to this remote switch. To the right side of your bed, on the door side wall, is a sticker labeled TV backer. This sticker is placed right in the center of our 8-inch by 8-inch backer plate in the wall. You will see connections to plug in a TV in the surrounding area. You can find the emergency exit windows in the bedroom on the door side and over the dinette seating in this model. This trailer is utilizing a key-to-like system where the same key to unlock your entry door is used to unlock your storage compartments. The entry door is on a friction hinge but can also be locked into an open position using our locking mechanism behind the door. To put your entry steps away, all you need to do is lift them into the traveling and locked position. When you shut your entry door, these steps will secure into place. On the very front of the trailer, we have the tongue jack, battery disconnect switch, LP tanks, and LP tank regulator. The LP regulator has a changeover lever on top to control which LP tank is primary and secondary. The regulator has an indicator that will turn red once the primary tank is empty. The regulator will automatically switch to pull gas from the secondary tank, so you don't have to worry about that, but you will want to have the tank filled before you burn through the second tank. When you are ready to remove the LP tank to have it filled, make sure to change the regulator over so that the empty tank is set as a secondary tank so you can remove it safely without losing your supply of LP. The battery disconnect switch is located here on the side of the frame on the front. The battery disconnect switch should be on when you are using the RV, but when you are storing the RV, we recommend that you switch it off. The reason for that is, when it is turned off, it will disconnect power from the main part of the RV to your battery so that your battery is not being drained while not in use. It does not cut the power from your RV's solar system so that they can charge and maintain your battery while the RV is being stored. Moving to the campsite of the RV, we have the switch for the front docking light. We know that sometimes you have to hook or unhook the RV while it is dark out, so we put an LED light on the front cap to illuminate the front tongue area. Inside the pass-through storage compartment, you can locate your inverter attached to the front wall. The inverter works the opposite of the converter, changing your 12-volt battery to alternating current. This powers your RV and some of your RV's outlets. The outlets that are powered by your inverter are marked as such with an inverter power sticker. Located under the frame below the front slide-out, we have the drain point and valve for the front gray tank. This gray tank is going to be for your kitchen sink. Make sure to empty this tank and your other tanks before traveling to have them not slosh around as you drive. Right here behind the living room slide is the drain point for the remainder of your gray and black tanks. Reminder that you should have enough water in your black holding tank to cover the bottom of the tank, as this will prevent waste from piling up. Above the back corner of this off-door side, you can see that we have the gravity fill spot for the fresh water tank right above your city water, black tank flush, antifreeze port, cable, and satellite connections. There's also a light with a switch on the bottom to help lighten up these connections when viewing is difficult. To the right of these items, we can see the hot and cold outside shower housing. At the bottommost part of this rear corner, you will find your shore power inlet. Moving around to the rear wall, you will see at the top you have the housing to add a backup camera or observation camera to your RV. The power to that camera plug is tied to the clearance light next to it. If your clearance lights are not on, then you do not have power to that plug. The ladder here is rated for 250 pounds so that you can have access to your roof and to keep the roof clean. The roof of your RV should be inspected by a certified RV technician every 6 months to maintain the sealants and to help keep your RV in tip-top shape. Down at the bottom below the frame, we have a 2-inch accessory receiver. It has a 300-pound weight limit and it is for accessories only, so please don't tow any other trailers behind this one. Coming around the door side, the first thing you notice is the switch to raise and lower the rear stabilizer jack. If you happen to lose power, there is a manual override located on both the rear and front jacks. To find this crank point, you will remove this black cap on the jacks. This crank is also located in the front storage compartment. As we keep moving towards the front of the camper, we come to the TV mounting bracket with the exterior outlet and coax connection below it. The coax connection ties to the RV's rooftop antenna and cable lines. In between your outside speakers, we have the exterior range hood vent above the window. There is a door in the vent that is clipped, so make sure you release those clips on the outside so that it can open if you are using the range hood vent fan. Below is a sticker labeled LP gas, indicating that there is a gas quick connect underneath the skirting. Looking down, we see the tires. We built your RV with a tire pressure monitoring system so that you can watch the tire pressure and temperature from your tow vehicle. The monitor is put loose in the RV and needs to be paired to each tire sensor. The sensor is mounted on the rim opposite of the valve stem. It is important to note that there are only enough for your main tires and not the spare tire. We also have the furnace vent next to the exterior water heater cover. Be careful to keep this area clear when using the trailer, as the air venting out is super hot. Opening this water heater door will give us access to the anode rod. The one thing to keep in mind with the water heater is that the anode rod is designed to protect the water heater tank by absorbing the corrosive action of hot water, so it takes on the corrosion and not your tank. As a result, the anode rod will show wear and tear over time, and it is recommended to replace the anode rod yearly. Your water heater has both an electric and gas heating element that are turned on and off at the control panel. You can use either one of those heat sources individually or both at the same time to heat your water as fast as possible. Be sure that before you empty the hot water heater tank, that you have both heat sources turned off to avoid damaging the water heater. To the right of this front compartment door, we also have the connection port for additional solar. This port here is for you to be able to connect a portable solar panel to the trailer to help charge your battery. The important thing to know when you are using this is to make sure that you are using a solar panel that has a solar controller built into it. This port does not tie into the trailer's solar controller, so that is why it is necessary to have a portable solar panel with a built-in solar controller. Right above this additional solar port is the switch to raise and lower your front stabilizing jacks. To adjust the pitch of your awning, you simply move the awning arm up or down here at this point. You can adjust both the front and rear arms, just watch your fingers so that you don't pinch them. You will also find the awning's manual override at the top where the motor is enclosed. All you need to do is remove this black cap to find the crank point to reattach your awning if you lose power. Thank you so much for sticking around. Should you have any questions, please contact your local dealer, visit our website, and as always, we RV.